अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। आज बच्चों आप तैयारी करेंगे हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफिया, सोशल स्टडी के हवाले से। Social study. How are spring nip tides caused? Spring tides when the sun, moon, and the earth are a straight line. High tides rise to higher level and low tides to lower normal. Neap tide when the sun and the moon at a right angle with respect to the earth. High tides do not rise so high and low tides do not fall so low. Second question, describe key aim of the Brahmo Samaj. The chief aim of Brahmo Samaj was worship of internal gods. What is the meaning of the bilateral trades? A bilateral trades is the exchange of goods between two countries promoting trade and investment. Differentiate between bill and act. A bill is a draft of proposed law. It is present to the parliament and for discussion. After discussion, bill may be passed or rejected. Act. When a bill is passed by the parliament, it became act. Once a bill became an act, it cannot be changed easily. What were the objective of United Nations? The main objective of the United Nations are the maintain the international peace and security and well-being of the world. Who was Hitler? What did he promise to his nation? Answer. He was the leader of the German Nazi Party and became the rule of the Germany in 1933. He promised to his nation to restore the past glory of German nation. Next question, global warming. A gradual increase in average global temperature is called global warming. Global temperature has increased approximately 1 centigrade over the last 100 years. What were the objective of the British education policy of India? British education was mainly based on learning of English modern education. Suggest some remedies to avoid noise pollution. Number one, drivers should avoid the use of pressure horns near school and hospitals. Number two, proper noise silencer should be used in the vehicles. Number three, loud sound system and use for the megaphones must be avoided. Next question, write the name of the seaports of Pakistan and their importance in trade. Number 1. Port Qasim LPG offer NIS oil and the coal trade through this port. Karachi Port, it is the busiest port of Pakistan. It handles 60% of import and export. Gwadar Port, it is the central of international trade. It is the project of CPEC. Why has objectives resolution became a compulsory part of Pakistan? The objective resolution had the status of the in constitution history of Pakistan. Discuss the role of executive in country. The executive is branch of government responsible for the implementation of law and policies adopted by the legislations. Question number 1 है, what were the main causes of the World War One? Answer में causes of the World War One. Militarism. European countries had started to build strong armies and an armed race had been in Central Europe. Alliances, different military agreements were made in the Europe and world was divided into two hostile blocs, heirs and allied powers. Empirism to capture more territories and resources, European nations and had started to build their colonies. Nationalism, a strong movement of nationalism, was at full swing in Europe. Lahore Resolution and its significance. Introduction. The Lahore Resolution is also called the Pakistan Resolution or a declaration of the independence of the Pakistan was written and prepared by the Sikandar Hayat Khan and was present by AK. Significance. On the first day of the session, Muhammad Ali Jinnah narrated the situation, events of the past few months, and mentioned the problem faced by Muslims. Second, he declared that the several of the Muslim and Hindus under the single leadership is not possible anymore. Third, he suggested the idea of a separate state of the Muslim of India. Number 4. On 23rd March 1940, based on the Muhammad Ali Jinnah statement, Fazlul Haq, the well-known personality on the chief minister of the Bengal, passed the resolution that soon became known as the Lahore Resolution. 4. The Hindu press started referring to the resolution of the Pakistan resolution and it later became famous with the same name. 5. After the resolution was passed, the Muslims of India were no longer seeking support from the Hindus. Last, they set out to demand their separate homeland where their religious and the cultural right will be protected. Explain the role of the marine biodiversity in our environment. The role of the marine biodiversity in our environment. Marine biodiversity play a very important role in the shaping and the maintaining the physical environment in the following ways. Number one, marine plants supply about 50% of the oxygen to the atmosphere. About 26% of the carbon dioxide emitted through the human activity in the absorbed by them. Number two, amount of the energy produced per unit area by the plants in the 1 year is called the primary productivity. Half of the world's net primary productivity came from marine plants. Serve as the basic food for all types of the oceanic life. Smaller marine animals that consume these plants became a source of the food for the larger marine animals. 3. Fishing provides high quality protein. Fish and fisheries product provide food security hundreds to of million of people. Number 4, marine plants such as the kelp help the seagulls together and the river provide habitats for many marine life forms such as the shrimp, fish and the mollusks. Number 5, gastropods, marine snail and the sledges and the shrimp that feed on the macroalgae eventually became food for the large crabs, lobsters and fish. What are the possible threats to the ocean? Answer. Possible threat to the ocean. Only 13% of the total area covered by the ocean remains untouched by the damaging impact of the human activity. Most of the ocean are under the influence of the human activities. Some such as activities are number 1, oil and gas or drilling. Offshore or drilling result in the spring of the crude oil, natural gas, liquid diesel, or the hydraulic fluids into the surrounding marine environments. These chemical kill or damage plankton, coral reefs, and small fish and the larvae. Number 2, pollution. Pollution is the huge problem faced by the marine ecosystem of the large quantity of the garbage and the waste are the continuously being dumped into the ocean. Number 3, overfishing. Humans are catching more and more fish every year, leading of the series marine biodiversity losses. Ocean
Acidification. Industrial activities has been the emitted large amount of the carbon dioxide into the earth atmosphere. A significant a portion of this carbon dioxide is absorbed by the seawater, resulting in the increase the concentration of the hydrogen ions. These make the seawater more acidic. Mangrove deforestation. Forests such as a buffer zone between land and sea. They protect coastal land from the erosion and serve as a breeding and the unnecessary organs to a variety of the marine life forms such as the fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Cutting down mangrove cause harmful impact on marine ecosystem. Compare the Constitution of 1962 and Constitution 1973. First, we know 1962 Constitution. Under the Constitution of 1962, the President had great power. Number two, Constitution of 1962 introduced indirect election, whereas 1973 Constitution, the parliamentary from the government, and the second Constitution of 1973 introduced direct election. Number three, it has 280 articles and 12 schedules. 1962 Constitution, it has 250 Article 5 schedules. No law could be passed against the teaching of the Quran and Sunnah. 1970 Constitution explain how transport is a key measure of economic development. Answer: the government always want an efficient transport system because it allow is easier movement of the labor from home to a labor market. Number one, a good transportation system promotes industries and reduce the cost of the raw material or the manufactured goods. Number two, building an interstate highways system cause the movement of the people from the different region, which increase opportunities. Number two, transport or routes influence land value. Next, fast transportations allow distribution of food to market in less time. Next, transportation enables to country to trade with other countries and strengthen its economy by the import and export of goods. Last, fast, safe, and comfortable transport contributes to growth of tourism industry, plays a major role in economic development.